If you've ever hired someone, whether it's a virtual assistant, a contractor, a service professional, or maybe even an employee, and later found out that you just hired the wrong person for the job, then you're going to love today's Optimize Your Business tip. Hi, I'm Melanie Benson. I'm known as America's leading small business optimizer. And this is a podcast where each week I share with you a tip to help you get more results with less effort. The whole idea of optimizing your business is recognizing that as you grow, you need to spend time making the strategies and the tools that you have work 10 times better instead of always creating new stuff. The fastest path to profits is to make what you have work better. And so often I'm interviewing really amazing entrepreneurs from all over the world that'll share tips with you. But once in a while I pop in and we'll just do a one-on-one and I'll share something that I've taught my clients that I think you'd really benefit from. And today I want to share something with you from my, what I call my awakening the entrepreneurial leader energy. Like all of us at some point have to learn how to get out of the way and have other people help us grow our business. But there's a little trick to hiring. And when I teach my Build Your Dream Team program and I'm doing leadership coaching, one of the things that I found is that people often make the mistake of hiring people just like them, hoping they're going to get the things done in their business that they don't love to do. Big, big, big mistake. It's not going to work. As a matter of fact, I was working with a client last week. I do some in-depth leadership development coaching. And this client was telling me, she's like, oh, I'm frustrated with so-and-so. They want to leave and I don't know why. And you know, they looked perfect for the job. And so I started digging in and I did some exploration of how she hired this person and what she was looking for. And I discovered she literally hired a mini-me. She hired someone that has the same attributes and the same ideas, the same talents, the same things that they love to do, with maybe a couple little differences. And so her frustration was that her key team member wasn't ever getting the projects done in the way she wanted them done. So big hiring mistake. What could she do differently? First of all, I want to show you a little model. Now, this model is something that is out there in a lot of different personality assessments and profiling tools, but I like to use it to help the entrepreneurs that I work with understand that there are 4 core energies that we human beings have inside of us. I'm sorry, 3 core energies, and we use them differently, and there's ranges of them. And in this little model that I use, there's introverted energy and extroverted energy, which are opposite energies. Usually we're in the range somewhere. There's thinking, using our mind and our logic, and feeling, using our emotions and the feeling side of us, and really looking at how things make us feel instead of what we think about them or the logical solutions. And then dispersed in between is some sense of intuition, using our sixth sense and just kind of having that gut feel, versus sensing, being able to touch it, taste it, get it in a tangible way. Now, the way these energies come together, when you have a introverted thinker, you've got someone who's really good with the logic and details and process. They tend to thrive in those energies. So stick with me for a second. I'm going to get to something that's going to blow your mind and really answer a lot of the struggles you've had around building your team. So, introverted thinker. The introverted feeler, when these come together, the introverted feeler is dealing with support. They really like to support people. They are the nurturers, they are the connectors, they're the people. And they're really driven to make sure that customer service and taking care of people and making sure that the person that they're working with has got all their needs met. They tend to be the teachers and the inspirers, or not necessarily the inspirers, but the people who they're caretakers, so they're healers. So now we move to the other side, and in this side, let's look at the thinker who is extroverted. These are very results-oriented people. They tend to drive with the need to get more done, to accomplish, to achieve. They're the CEOs and the people who are salespeople, and they're very good at seeing a time and a place that things need to get and driving for it. So this is a really good energy to have if you're in sales or you run your own business. And then at the bottom of the wheel again is the extroverted feeler. And this is the person who has a lot of vision and a lot of creativity. They're very social, they're very dynamic, they tend to be great speakers and very charismatic and very over the top and big vision. And here's where it gets really interesting. A lot of entrepreneurs will find themselves in the extroverted side. There will be many on the introverted side, and with online marketing and social media these days, a lot more people on that right side, the introverted going inside. They tend to have roles that are very common in the entrepreneurial world. But here's where things get interesting. As a business owner, you need to hire people who thrive doing the things that you don't do well and that burn you out. And if you're hiring people that you go, they get me, they think like me, we're going to get along great, which is what many of us do, you are going to be hiring people who are the same style as you, the same energies. What you need is somebody who thinks and operates and has energies that are different than yours, which is oftentimes going to make you uncomfortable. Now, not always. Some people are very adaptable and we can move around in these different energies just fine. But what I found as a rule, we gravitate towards people like us. And then in the hiring process, if you don't know any better, you're going to do the same thing. So what you want to do is you want to look at, what am I hiring for? And really understand the dynamic of the energies that the person naturally has. So if you lead with this visionary, creative, big thinking energy, you need somebody who can balance you and is more of a supporter and can, has that ability to plan and get things done. Because trust me, you suck at it. I know you do. Let's just admit it, right? It's not the thing you thrive in. It's not the thing you do well. And if you're really honest with yourself, you don't like doing it. I don't like doing it. I just happen to get trained in doing it, and I got good at it. But it burns me out. So I hire people to do it for me. Now, if you are someone who's very results oriented and you're driven and you're moving a million miles an hour, every CEO and leader and entrepreneur who leads with that energy is really insensitive to a lot of the people they work with and serve. Doesn't mean they don't care. Doesn't mean they don't want to. It just means they're moving a million miles an hour and they don't have time in their mind to slow down and think about how that's all going to work. That's when you need that supporter. You need someone on your team who can say, slow down, let's figure this out. Slow down, let's make sense of it. Slow down, let's make sure we're taking care of people. Slow down, let's make sure we're doing isn't going to alienate all the people that we want to serve. Now, I'm hitting the high notes here, but I think you get the point that we really want to look at our hiring approach to making sure that we're hiring the right person for the job, not the person who we naturally gravitate towards, because that's what we know and we're comfortable with, and we're using what we might say an ineffective hiring strategy, and that's why we keep butting our head up against the wall wishing we were getting a better result. Now, again, I'm scratching the surface on this, but I wanted to bring you a tip. The tip is learn how to hire for the strengths and the skills and the natural genius for the job. Don't just hire the people that make you feel good and build up your ego, or you feel like are going to be the least amount of stress to manage. It's not always the best way to hire. Of course, we want to work with people that are harmonious in the team and can effectively execute on the role. But make sure you're using the right hiring criteria. And if I can help, here's a resource that you can tap into to better learn this system and build up this muscle for yourself. It's called Build Your Dream Team. The link's on the screen below. Check it out if you want. But really look at how you hire people from now on. I think you're going to find it's going to be a great boost in your results. Okay, I'd love to hear your ahas and insights from today's session in the blog comments below. And if you're following along on iTunes, you can join us at melaniebensonstrick.com. Just look for the blog and pop over there. All right, goodbye, everybody. We'll see you again next week. If you're a small business owner that finds themselves getting really stressed out a lot about how things are getting done, and maybe you're even saying no to projects and opportunities that you wish you had the bandwidth to do, you could be the bottleneck to your small business growth. And the solution is simple. You need to learn how to build a dream team. You need the right people doing the right things. And I've got a solution that could be perfect to help you grow to the next level. Head on over to builddreamteam.com and you'll discover the secret to not only hiring the right people, but literally freeing yourself up from the trap that feels like a job and empowering other people to help you accomplish your big dream. Head on over to builddreamteam.com and find out what's been missing in your growth strategy.